Hebrew Israelites, first and foremost.
You gotta speak louder than that.
First and foremost, we're going to give infinite honor and praise to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahusha, Hashem, Yahusha.
Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to the hopeful and faithful elect across the four corners, living and preaching the truth to the best of their ability and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, as usual, we're going to start off with the centerpiece of prophecy, man. Because the mark of the beast, which is the radio frequency identification chip, is the last prophecy that has to take place before Yahweh Shai comes back, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man.
Right. The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That
how does Esau give life into the image of the beast? How does this so-called white man give life into the image of the beast? By putting in his laws, by making decrees, right? Passing executive orders. That's how he gives life to this image, man. Right? Making it to where you don't have a choice, using that passive aggression, right? Making it to where you don't have a choice but to take the chip. You don't have a choice but to take the free chip. You can't work, right? You can't go out. You can't hang around your friends. They paint the narrative. You can't kiss your grandma and shit like that, man. Because you gotta take that free chip. You're an endangerment to society.
God, and the scripture reads that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right? And the same ones who are worshiping the image of the beast are going to be the same ones taking the mark of the beast. Man. That mark is just going to solidify who you are servant to, man. Right? That's going to solidify you as a slave to the so-called white man.
God, the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 16, and he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
Which means everyone, man. Everybody is going to have to receive that mark in their right hand or their forehead. Right? It's not going to matter about your social status, where you come from. It's going to be a global event taking place where everyone is going to be under Esau's thumb. But so he thinks.
Right. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, so you're gonna need that microchip to do your day-to-day activities. You want to go to the gym, you gotta have that microchip, man. You want to go out the subway, you gotta have that microchip. You want to be outside in general, you gotta have that microchip, man. The days are coming where it's gonna be martial law troops on the street, UN troops on the street, scanning you, like that movie, the movie about the birdie at the COVID. The bracelet, man. You gotta raise that bracelet in the sky, showing that you songbird. It's gonna be real life songbird out here, man. Right, bro?
That's the name of that movie.
I
ain't taking
Verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, but it's the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, and the number of the beast and the number of that man, it's not talking about Jesus Christ, man. It's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Right? It's not talking about Cesare Borgia. It's not a metaphor. The image of the beast. I mean, the mark of the beast is not a metaphor for anything, man. It is a literal, tangible object that's going to be implanted into your skin.
Right?
Oh, he got the heavy on him. He got the movement down. Look, that's what fast going. Look. We got a big dose of what you came. Nah, the same thing you did.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8. The scripture reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
All right, so that's what's going to single out who the real prophets are, man. They're going to be prophesying against many countries, telling you the future destinies of China, of Russia, of the U.S., right, of Iran, of all these places, man. They're not going to be talking about you're going to be saved by Jesus Christ. You can do whatever you want, and the Lord's going to save you, man. Right? They're going to be telling you lamentations, mournings, and woe.
Right.
There's nothing sweet about the message that we have, except for the kingdom of heaven, man.
Right. The only sweet thing is knowing that you're Israelite. After that, everything gets bitter, man. Okay? And it says,
yeah, watching the fall of your enemies is sweet too.
But in the midst of watching the fall of your enemy, the Lord set it up so you don't know you didn't let man still, but you can watch the fall of your enemy, That's what we call that bittersweet, not knowing. We call ourselves the hopeful elect, man. And the scripture reads, and against great kingdoms.
Right? Against great kingdoms. What's the greatest kingdom on earth? Supposedly, man. Not anymore. Babylon the Great. Right? America. We're prophesying against America.
It's a great wicked kingdom.
Yeah, great wicked kingdom.
It was set up to be.
Yeah.
Like the
scripture says, calls it what? Babylon the Great.
Like, I was just gonna say in Jeremiah 51, Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. Speaking past tense. Right? America's not what it used to be, man. That's why it's falling behind. Right? They're putting all this money into suppressing the Israelites. Meanwhile, Russia's building up their military arsenal, man. China's building up their financial system, about to completely leave you in the dust.
You got it written. Babylon is falling. It's falling. It may ultimately lead to nuclear warfare. But the Most High Yahweh, through his son Yahweh shot, is systematically bringing this place down, man. Okay? Through hyperinflation. All right? Prices being increasing. Okay? Famine. That's coming. All right? So it said, it's like it says of war and of evil and of pestilence.
All right, so that's what we're coming to warn the world of, man. All right, and this is how we're gonna get the elect. We persuade men who prepare the Lord. We're telling you of war, evils, and pestilence, man. Trillions of people are about to die. All right, according to the scriptures, 1/3 of the Earth's population, greenery, animals, all right, humans count as animals, man, are about to get killed. All right, if you do the math, what they got 7 billion people on the world. That's like 2.3 trillion people, man.
No, 2.3 billion something.
Oh, 7 billion. I just like that. Yeah, it's like that. But yeah, 2.3 billion people are about to die, man. Picture 100 people dying, man. Now picture 1,000. Picture 100,000. An unfathomable amount of people about to be laid out in the street.
Yeah.
Bro, 100,000 is unfathomable. 1 million is unfathomable. 2.3 billion? All right, Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul.
Hey, who's going to be the only ones who can truly deliver their soul, man? Us, the elect, Lord willing, will have that number, but the elect of the nation of Israel. We're the only ones who can truly be free from this place. But on the carnal side, you're going to have people leaving this country, man. You see it right now. There's the California exodus, the New York exodus. All right, what's the other ones? All these places, man. People are just leaving up and moving to different states. Then the prices and inflation shows its head over there. Then they got to move to a different country, man, and go back to where they came from.
All right. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
Right? And what does the Lord say? Come out of her, my people. Right? So we're coming to tell the 1/3 of our people, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to come out of her. Right? Awake out of your sleep. You got to come out of this Christian slave mentality that you have, man, because it's going to kill you. Right? The more you're in this society, the more you're taking part in this wickedness, the deeper and deeper you go into the rabbit hole, man. Right? The 2/3 are all the way in that rabbit hole, man.
Right? Yeah. He will render unto her a recompense.
Right? What is that recompense talking about? Revenge. Revenge for what? Touching the apple of the Lord's eye, man. Who touched the apple of the Lord's eye? Right? Starting with the chief house of Edom, Amalek, man. Those, I ain't want to say the word, but starting with the chief house of Edom, Amalek, right? Trickling on down to the weaker nations, houses of Edom, to the other heathens, man.
According to Psalm 83.
Right? They made a council and they've made a covenant against us.
Yeah. Right. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right? Like I said, has been. As in, it doesn't have the same luster that it used to have, man. You can see it. All right, so you can't argue with it. We can literally look this up. This is common knowledge. You go on the news, you can just see about how the economy is constantly becoming more and more unstable. How the people are becoming more and more unstable. Suicide rates are rising up. All right, homicide rates are rising up. Morality is just on an all-time low, man. These people trying to legalize pedophilia shit like that, man. This is what these people are about. If you got the nerve to come up against the men of Lord and act like we're preaching something.
Well, they didn't already legalize it. For you to allow a child to have a sex change, that's pedophilia, man. Okay? That's pedophilia. You arrest a motherfucker playing with a little boy dick, but up under these wicked ass laws, it's okay for a doctor to play with a little boy dick. You know what I'm saying? And then you fucking parents, y'all the blood gonna be on y'all hands because it's your child. It's your fucking child. So the responsibility is the blood is gonna be on y'all hands. Just bagging up brother. They be trying to legitimize, legalize pedophilia. They done already did that.
It's already here. That's been fulfilled already. And backing up what the elder's saying, how much more of you jakes that getting up in age, 50 and 60 years old, go to the doctor, get your colon checked. He saw something inside of your anal, man.
You notice everybody they die after they get diagnosed with shit. Yeah. But prior to getting diagnosed with it, you might feel a little bad, but when you go to the doctor, they give you the diagnosis, they diagnose you die. It's like every time people go to the doctor and get diagnosed, all of a sudden, whatever they diagnosed with, it gets worse. Y'all know that? It gets worse.
Yeah.
It's like the doctor tells me I found out I got stage 3 cancer. Oh, we were getting drunk, drinking all kinds of alcohol. You complain about a little abdomen pain, but goddamn, now you got 6 months to live. Back up the brother say, hey, put something in your stupid ass. That's gonna make sure you out of here in 6 months.
Hey, God, real quick. This 2 chapter 14 and verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age.
Right, now we're becoming weaker through age. Our health, man. Really, the whole earth is everything smaller, everything shrunken, and our health, man. We're less in stature, we get sick more easily. We only live in barely even the 70 years.
Less intelligent.
Yeah, less intelligent, man.
Yeah, got it. Your memory is not
fucking bad, bro.
Yeah. You can't remember shit from yesterday, man.
Good proof example for that is the people of West Africa, man. We see how they living without that GMO, all right? And they system without those chemtrails constantly flying over, healthy, climbing up, all kind of shit, man. Doing backflips.
They climb a whole tower, man, and stand on top of that thing, man. Yeah. Those Israelites over there in West Africa, they don't eat the genetically modified food that we eat over here in Babylon, man. They drink pure clean water. They take baths in pure clean water.
Well, it's not pure clean because you got to eat them, but it's a shit lot of better than what we got over here.
Right. Exactly.
Because we in the neck of the enemy, man. We getting the most pressure. Simple as that. It's a day-to-day thing, us seeing chemtrails in the sky, man. It's a day-to-day thing, looking at the back of something, seeing, oh shit, that's pork. I can't even eat that. They got pork in your potato chips, man.
Yeah, I got a quick one right quick. Thank you. That boy speaking in Baba. Y'all hear him over there?
It says, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Right? The evils are constantly increasing, man. That's why it seems like nothing is getting better, because it's not getting better. Every time you look on the news, there's a shooting takes place. Somebody they got cannibals running loose. It's like an epidemic of cannibalism now. If you brothers pay attention to the news, that's a regular thing you see. Right? Mass murder is just taking place every day. Yes. Wake up in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, somebody got lit up, man. 9 people then died. Yeah. And it's not going to get better. You see what's happening in our land. I'll say it that way. You see what's happening in our land.
Hey, and that happened because we had a super moon a couple of weeks ago. And we know after all the signs in heaven, what happens after that? Death and destruction, man. All right. And then we got another one coming this month here, man. A blood moon. 26, May 26th.
I'm pretty sure they got an eclipse
on June 10th. Yep.
So these are all signs in the heavens telling you that shit is about to go down. What happened last December? They had that solar, I believe it was a solar eclipse, wasn't it? Right? And the name of that ring around that solar eclipse is called the corona. A month later, you got the corona. You got that pestilence all over the earth, right? Right? And just to clarify, I said the name of the ring around the solar eclipse is called the corona. You just look that up. Look in the etymology for that, man.
That's lost in, man.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, speaking of what happened over there with the Israelis and the Palestinians, man, it's going to get worse and worse because it's prophesied to get worse and worse. It's going to turn into a full-on war. So Greg got a quick precept. Amos 1:6. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Gaza, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they carried away captive the whole captivity to deliver them up to Edom. But I will send a fire on the wall of Gaza, which shall devour the palaces thereof.
So who are the people living in Gaza right now, man? The Amalekites. All right, you got the Palestinians and shit, but for the most part, it's the Amalekites. All right, and that's the whole reason that event even took place is because the Amalekites are trying to push the Palestinians out. All right, so the Lord said He's going to send a fire on that.
This scripture is talking about the so-called Palestinians. That was it, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Had it back in Jeremiah real quick. Jeremiah 28.
Matter of fact, hey, I'm tripping. I'm gonna keep going. All right, so that's the Palestinians. They're fighting over their land, all right? And they're gonna send a fire over the palaces of Gaza. Verse 8. And I will cut off the inhabitant from Ashdod.
He's gonna cut off the inhabitants of Ashdod. Right? And we know Ashdod is talking about modern day Israel.
Making Yahoo and all the rest of the
Scumbag. And the Lord making it so apparent.
Bruh.
Y'all just some blind balls, man. He making it blatantly obvious to where people in the comment boards getting on your ass, man. Talking about free Palestine. It's obvious that y'all are in the wrong. Y'all not in the wrong in our case. We by all means destroy each other. But in the eyes of these people, y'all are in the wrong, man.
Yeah. It's all leading to that World War III, man. We keep a close eye on Russia, to the media, close eye on China, on Iran. Okay, what's going on over there in our land? These Israelis. Okay, it's Joel, the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. God. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations. So we have been scattered among all nations. Okay, going to the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter. All right, it speaks about being carried away, led away captive into Europe, into North, Central, and South, all in West Africa, man. Okay, which is what? The Bantu expansion. All right, go look that up. All right, the Bantu expansion. All right, which is known for all.
God, I just wanted to do it. No, this is not the one I want.
Oh, you know the one with the God,
the other guy.
Right there.
You go ahead.
That's right. All right, the Bantu expansion was predominantly known for iron. Okay, so between January 1731, all right, and April of 1761, 16 slave trading ships came from the west coast of Africa over here to America, man. We are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. It's in the scripture. Okay? It says 16 slave trading ships came from Judah. 6 of those ships came from Judah. What did the other ships come from? From the northern kingdom, man. Why would you read 2nd to 13?
When you look up Judah is like literally in this area. I don't know if y'all can see it. Judah is literally, man, that shit is opposite on here. It's right, yeah, it's inverted. Judah is like located in this area right here. Right here, see right there? Where it say Wada. Let me see. Let me come on. See right there, I can Wada. It's Judah.
Wada. Yeah. Wada.
And this is the North American, the northern tribe. It's the route they took.
Right. Somebody give me that. Right. Proving that we are the biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay. Go ahead.
2nd Ezra 13 and 40. I'm gonna start at 39. Well, you know what? We can go to 40. Go 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoner out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanasseh the king of Assyria led away captive. He carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
Right, bro. Came into another land, which thou hast not known. You were carried away. Okay? The Syrians took the northern kingdom into captivity in 722 BC. All right? Note that down. All right? In 722 BC. All right? The prophet Hosea himself prophesied about the northern kingdom. Okay? I'm going to the second history of the prophet. All right? Hosea prophesied about the northern kingdom. Continue reading. Right. Hey, that was good to meet.
First Kings 9:27, just backing y'all up. And Hiram sent in the navy his servants, his shipmen that had knowledge of the sea, with the servants of Solomon, man. We had that naval knowledge, man. We've been exploring the seas and shit, man. Esau wasn't the first to do that, right? But he'll have you believe that.
Right? And Jacob is a form of all things, man. You're the ones looking at the heavens without a fucking clock, a watch on your wrist, or a clock on. We played the watch, man. The computers and everything.
We the ones that bought the urim and the thummim to the world.
Right. Yeah.
We the ones. It's not a coincidence that an Israelite from I forgot his name, but Bean, something Bean or whatever, but he created the computer. He wanted to invent what you call the modern day computer, man. All right. And the internet was invented by a Nigerian. I don't know if he was either Igbo or Yoruba. So you got the computer made by a black man, the internet made by a so-called black man. Right, bro. These are facts. Yeah. Go ahead,
the only reason just backing up, the only reason I don't put that out there is
that's the name. Dean.
Right.
One thing.
Got it. The only reason I don't put that out there is because Esau has all the finance, man. He's the one that could just push this out on a large scale like that. He has everything else to deceive, man.
He's the one that deceives the world.
Oh, real quick, let me read this. Mark Dean. That all changed thanks to black inventor and engineer Mark Dean. Dean began working for IBM as a chief engineer in the early 1980s, making up a team of 12 people who would develop the first IBM PC.
Wow. Personal computer.
Right.
The fact that you're able to sit at home, right, and have a laptop or a desktop computer and search the internet, watch YouTube, talk shit, call us all kind of niggas, monkeys, and everything else on this, right, was presented to you motherfuckers by what? The Israelites. Period. Modern day traffic, all that was structured by who? A so-called Negro. You wouldn't have traffic lights and shit like that. If you go back and watch some old films from like the 18 and the early 1900s before they had traffic lights, man, I'm talking about it was straight chaos. You had cars on the street. Just go back, I challenge y'all, go back and watch the 1910 films and shit. They'll have like New York City.
And before the traffic light. A black man created that.
You wouldn't listen to me. Yeah, all right. But like I say, you go to New York in those times and shit like that, you're gonna see that people literally had to use their own judgment to cross in front of a fucking moving vehicle and shit like that. They had cars going full speed that was like an inch from hit motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of instances where people was getting hit. So when the law put that spirit on Jake, which he always put on Jake to invent it or whatever like that, it added what you call structure. That's why you got structure, and it took down a lot of traffic, what you call traffic fatality. But do you ever get taught about this guy in high school? No. You ever get taught about the Dean guy in high school or the internet guy in high school? They act like these dudes don't exist. You got it.
They got it. They made the stoplight. His name was Gary Morgan. He had a lot of other patents. He also invented the gas mask among a whole lot of other things. Like you understand, you're not gonna hear about all that.
Back on 13, 9 and 28, and they came to Oprah, right? Talking about the naval fleet. Solomon was sending it every 3 years, and Elder Foster Hodges went into Oprah being America, man. So they were coming to the Americas and fetched from this gold 420 talents and brought it to King Solomon. So that tells you at one point in time, this was a rich, wealthy land, man. But now what did he start doing? He's taking all the resources from over here, and now he's just gonna keep spreading until he takes the resources from other places.
He goes where? He goes to West Africa, okay, to Sierra Leone, okay, in Liberia, okay, to get the natural resources, gas, okay, diamonds, okay, other sources, man.
Everything that you could think of.
Yeah,
They got it on the West Coast, man.
right. Well, yeah, keep that. All right, we're dealing with. It's a time frame that Yahweh Shah is dealing with, man. Okay, Esau had his time to rule, and it's time for the men of the Lord, beginning with the elect, to rise up and take over. Scripture got it written, man, that the Lord made the world for our sakes. Okay, but He gave you a short time to rule. That short space, spoken of in the book of Revelation, the 17th chapter. All right, come on.
All right, it's Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven.
Yeah, it's a time for you to rule, and a time for you to go down. Scripture got it written in the Apocrypha that because of unrighteous dealings and injuries gotten by deceit, the kingdom is merely translated from one kingdom to the next. All right. Yeah, hold on. But so Esau, you have ruled for a short time, okay, which was fast approaching and Jacob's trouble. That's why these things are moving so fast, man. Okay, you see the RFID chip being fully implemented. Okay, the four winds are pushing hard upon the earth. World War III. Okay, these storm troops, like the brother was going to earlier, going to take hold of Babylon and consume it. All right, Esau is coming for you Israelites, man. The whole new world order is to take down you Israelites. We want to deplete what it is. How many people want?
6.5 billion. You want to get it?
Don't talk about on that George, on that statue they got.
You want to get 500?
You want to get the 500 million?
That's a
A lot of people,
hey,
man.
bro, if you think about it, 500 million is less than a billion. You got over 7 billion people on the earth. Okay, so you're gonna have to kill over 6.5 billion people on the earth. That's a lot of motherfucking death.
Yeah.
So the Lord really, the day of the Lord is really saving you. That's why the scripture says, man, if those days aren't short, meaning cut off, if the Lord doesn't cut this so-called white man's time from ruling the earth, no flesh shall be saved. You know, he got the fucking air you breathe, chemical pollution, the food you eat, the water you drink. So this animal has to be taken out of power. See what I'm saying? You know those funny things. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, they be walking around like they just all, hey guys, how you doing? Hey, bitch, you don't fuck with y'all like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to get on y'all ass, really. But we gotta, wait ye upon the Lord.
Right, bro?
But like I'm saying though, you people like going out with the brothers bringing out stuff like that, you people has to be, y'all gotta be cut off. So by the Lord shutting y'all down, he's actually salvaging more of the earth's population. See what I'm saying? You want to cut it down to just a group of Edomites and y'all loved ones and have the 500 million just be, for the most part, slaves and shit like that. And just so-called start the world over and control the population and all this old bullshit. But we know in reality, that's not going to happen. According to the book of Revelation, only a third of the earth's population is going to be destroyed, right? Okay? Esau want to take away over 2/3 of the earth's population. Over 2/3. You know? Got it? Right. Think about it. 500 million, that's probably less than 1% of over 7 billion people.
Nah.
I'm pretty sure that's less than 1%. So they want to leave on a less than 1% of the earth population alive, man. So y'all telling me y'all want this damn devil to continue in power? That's why the scripture says if those days aren't shortened, no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Yeah,
well, you're living basically on the elect's time. Are you people walking around here living your best life, drinking your little lemonades and everything like that, your popcorn, everything like that, your little dresses on? Destruction is coming imminently, man. Okay? In the twinkling of an eye. Okay? A thief in the night. How about you? I'm going to bring that destruction, okay, and deliver his people. Read that real quick, huh?
2 Exodus 13-29.
Know that talking about.
Behold, the
days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth.
The Most High is beginning to deliver his elect from the four winds of the earth. Like we was going to earlier, man. Jacob scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Okay, going to Isaiah 11 and 11. Okay, wherever Jacob scattered at, whether he elect or scattered at, the Most High is going to deliver him. But the great destruction and great deliverance is going to come from over here in Babylon. We're going to Ezekiel the 38th chapter. We're going to get into and do a series videos on that. All right, so you brothers get ready for that.
Yes. Y'all be on the lookout for that.
Yeah. All right.
Right. When the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth.
The astonishment means the disbelief. Those that don't believe the Lord is going to come in their time. Y'all tell preachers about the end of the world, but the Lord never come in my time. He'll come in my sons or my daughter's lifetime. I never see it. Those that don't believe, you're going to be destroyed, man. You in for a rude awakening. All right? You want to add on that?
Ecclesiastes 3 and 2, it says, down to verse 3, Ecclesiastes 3 and 3, it says, a time to kill and a time to heal.
What?
A time to kill and a time to heal.
A time to kill. So that's the balance of it right there, man. While the Most High is killing, he's killing the ones that are in this ministry, man. You're being healed by the word of this truth. That's healing right there. We've been wounded as well through these philosophies of Esau Edom, these bullshit ass doctrines and everything like that. We're being healed through the water, okay? Through this truth, okay? And the Most High said, what? I kill, okay? I make alive. I heal and I wound, okay? Babylon is falling, okay? America is falling. It cannot be healed. How can it be healed when you in $23 trillion of debt? You in so much debt. Now you got to usher in a digital currency, man. Okay, ultimately leading up to what? The R5 this chip is the mark of the beast.
Read, brother. A time to break down and a time to build up.
And beautiful, bro. Hey, and while these church houses are being broken down, you got this dear Christian looking at this nigga that was over there pushing that water down there at Christian doctor. Okay, what are we over here doing? We're building each other up, man. Going to what Apostle Paul spoke about in the book of Acts, man. This truth is all about building you up, man. So it makes you strong. Wisdom and knowledge are going to be the stability of that time. Make you strong in the spirit, man. All right. Come on, let's bring it out one more time, bro.
Ecclesiastes 3 and 3. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
Babylon is being broken down right now, man. All right. Right after Babylon is being broken down, Yasharallah will be builded up. It's a time for everything, all right? You don't break down and build at the same time, you all right? So as soon as this place crumbles, and like he said, the men of the Lord are getting built up right here in this place as it's going down. Yasharallah next. So the servants of the world, they're going to come and they're going to build Yasharallah like we built this place over here. That's in the process of falling, man.
Yeah. Oh, like I said earlier, we want to see Ezekiel the 38th chapter. We're going to do a video on America's going to be destroyed, okay, before World War III. And then Ezekiel 39 is what? When all you are, what you say, Ezekiel 39 is the main event, okay? And after the main event, what do you have? You have a cleanup. Like you have a boxing fight, it's the main event. Like you have a Pacquiao Mayweather fight. You have popcorn everywhere, or sold out tickets on the ground, everything like that. After the fight, after World War III, the nuclear destruction, you Edomites, get in with you first. You're going to clean up all that nuclear destruction. Okay, and then the men of the Lord are going to be going to flourish throughout the four corners of the earth. Going to be superstars in the kingdom, man. All right, that's up.
Isaiah 14 and 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. The stir up the dead, even all the chief ones of the earth. He has raised up their thrones all the kingdoms of nations. Let's get down to the point. This is the next. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise is not thy voice. The worm is spread under thee, and the worm covers thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nation?
You weaken the nation, man. You've been cut down. So we got it written, man. Yahweh said what? He beheld Satan, Esau Edom, as lightning to the earth. Okay? You're coming down quick, man. Okay, you see the days being sped up, man. Which is what? Short, like the elder was saying earlier, man. To shorten the days and to speed them up, man. Okay? We're seeing nuclear destruction of World War III.
It's short age. It's short age is leadership. The speed of the prophecy is to shorten his days. Because when the prophecy comes to pass, that's a sign of the what? Of the coming of our Lord. The faster the Lord comes, the quicker this so-called white man's dominion are in. So that's what it means to shorten. If those days aren't short, they're going to be shortened by what? The Lord coming back and saving them. They must saw that fucking I don't know. You got it? Right. And with the coming of the Lord comes these prophecies. You can't have the return of Yahweh Shah without everything that was prescribed that outlined the way for him to come. Period. Like I say, I mean, you have to have the elect in order for the elect to be your way. You had to have certain prophecies that had to be fulfilled, like the fig tree, like the olive tree, like the witnesses. Yeah. These prophecies had to be fulfilled in order for you to have a sign. When you go to Ezekiel 37th chapter, to say basically put Judah and Israel together, make them one stick. Yeah. All those things have to come to pass. The prophecy about Elijah coming to prepare the way for Yahushua. That had to come to pass. Have a business was born. He fulfilled that prophecy. You know what I'm saying? All of these things had to happen before the Lord just came back. Period. So that's what I mean when I say prophecies had to take place. And just like those prophecies had to take place in order for you to have the sign, in order for you to know who you are, there's more prophecies to take place in order for the world to know who the devil is, for the world to know that he's only a fucking man, for the world to know that we went into captivity because of our transgression, not because we was inferior to it. All right.
What the brother's talking about when it comes to the destruction of America, that's not common knowledge, man. You have to deal with the men of the Lord. You have to deal with the Lord to know the end of this place. I'm going to bring out a real quick Psalm 73 and 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of our power, then I understood their end. So we've been reading the Bible all our lives, reading about the destruction of America, but we couldn't put a name to it. When you came into the sanctuary of the Lord, then you understand who the end of these people, man. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. The slippery places, the way that the economy is set up, the way the system is structured. Come on.
Because when you slip, you fall, right? So somebody set you up to fall is likened to a slippery place. That's the problem.
That's the most high, you know, the most high put it on them to run their place like this, man, so it could be so fucking fragile and fall. From the power system, the way that they deliver the oil all the way up there and everything, the infrastructure is fucked up on a slippery place. Thou cast them down into destruction in like an hour's time. It's gonna be over with. I'm talking about just to break down the society, man. I'm not even talking about the nukes. Here go the nukes right here.
Really why people say they don't fuck with Nikki, shall meet you at that time. No, that's talking about being hands down. Yeah. Right.
Verse 19. How are they brought into destruction as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terror.
You got it written, man. The terror is going to make them afraid on every side, man. All right. You will have terror attack on Babylon, man. Okay.
So-called terror.
So-called terror attack. You know it's all orchestrated. He's all being goes inside fucking house and everything like that. Okay. And look for somebody to blame.
Yeah, the only terrorists on the earth.
You the fucking terror.
Show y'all terror.
There you go, right there.
These are the biggest terrorists that ever touched the face of the planet. Right? Go ahead. That's right. You are the biggest terrorist, okay? All you do is light the fire in the house, run in the back, say, look, I didn't do anything, motherfucker. You the one, you orchestrated the whole thing. You the one. Beginning with what's name? Evelyn? You, supposing you, Evelyn Rothschild, okay, Jacob, okay, Ethan, all right? All of y'all, man, the whole Rothschild, Rockefeller, they're the same people. You're all Edomites. This is the mouth here right here.
Right.
And with out the cheap house.
Yeah. the Oppenheimer family, okay, did a video on that, man, about how Robert J. Oppenheimer is spoken of in the scriptures, man. You're a part of that too. You're wealthy. People don't need to do nothing, man. You haven't worked in over 500 fucking years, man.
I got it. I got it.
That day is coming where you're going to have full-time employment in the kingdom. Continually. With no stimulus package.
Psalm 73:3. But I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. All right, and that was King David, you know what I'm saying, prophesying to the Spirit, saying how he hates the people that set up over us. He was like, he saw them in so much power and so much dominion, it bothered him, man. He said he was envious at them, all right? For there are no bands in their depth. Their strength is firm. That means that their kingdom is on a solid foundation, man. It's not shaky. It's solid, man. When one of them perish, another one stand up in this place, man. They are not in trouble as other men. What they're saying that? Those people are not in trouble. They don't know what trouble is, man. The hardest decision they have to make is, do they want caviar or do they want steak, man? All right? Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment. It's natural for them to be violent. They don't feel like nobody can take them down. They don't feel like nobody can stop them. They feel like they're the gods of this earth, man. And that's just the way that the Most High made them. And he made them to be so lofty and haughty so it can look good when he bring them down, man, in front of the whole fucking world.
Yeah. That's Revelation 12:12. I started at 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. And the Lamb is talking about Yahweh Shai, man, through the remission of his sins. That's the only way you're going to escape the situation. That's why he came back and gave his life. And by the word of their testimony. All right. And we know the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. All right. And we're living these prophecies out.
Make it simple. That's the word of our testimony, right?
That's what the elder was saying earlier, man. Yahweh Shai not going to come until all scripture said it has been written, man. The end's not going to come until this gospel having preached to all the four corners of the earth, man. Okay? All these prophecies are going to be fulfilled, okay? Before the Lord returns, man. The Lord not leaving nothing off the table, man. Yeah, man. To the core of it all.
Take it back to the Hebrew. Modernize. I mean, not saying we don't use the weapon, but we would rather support over the weapon. Anything. You go to the weapon, you can't get it in the support. Like certain, like they don't make a proper for support. You know what I'm saying?
The word testimony. Martyria from G3141, and it says Strong's definition from evidence given judicially or genitive case, record, report, testimony, or witness.
Record, report, testimony, and witness. Read one more time.
Right. Record, report, testimony, or witness.
I don't even have to elaborate on it. Go ahead.
It says the office committed to the prophets of testifying concerning future events.
Right. What you call prophecy. Prophecy. That's why the scripture is also called the oracle of the Most High, right? You know what I mean? So we don't have to get deeper than deep. It's plain and simple. The scripture says make it plain upon the table. We're not trying to make you think deep, make you more confused than what you were before you come out. Our job as the prophet is to make it simple, not hard. All right, got it.
And the other thing, going into these words, breaking down words, so you get a better understanding of what you're reading, man. It's a thing called how to read the Bible. Okay? In order to read the Bible, you have to know what words mean. What the elder's doing. Okay? Going into the words, saying what? Report. Okay? Witness. Testimony. God damn, how much simpler can it get? Go ahead, huh?
It's Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, heaven, and ye that dwell in them.
Join the heaven. Heaven dwells within us, man. We're rejoicing right now. Coming back to our nationality. Praying to Yahweh to save us. That's rejoicing right now. Meditating on good things, on prophecy. Okay? Isaiah 26:3 says what? He will give him peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. All our mind is locked in on these prophecies, man, and bringing them out. Edifying the brotherhood of the whole elect. They can come in and get sealed when Yahweh can return.
Read, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, the devil, Esau, Edom, beginning with these top banking families, is going to come down with great wrath. Okay? Specifically on the house of Israel, beginning with the elect. Okay? Scripture got it written in the 16th chapter. A great insurrection is going to come upon those that fear the Lord. Okay? You're going to be cast out of your home. Okay? Those cars that you drive. All it's going to be stripped and taken away from you. Okay? We're not trying to buy land and everything like that. We know this place is on its downward spiral. So what are we doing? We're seeking the kingdom, giving that due diligence. Okay? Getting edified. Going into the secular history. It's going to come to a point we're going to break down all these chapters of the Bible in a series, man. Like you said earlier.
Apostles have already
did it already.
I mean, you get lucky enough, you can find them on YouTube. They got 20 points to one chapter. 15 points for one point. For one. Chapter 1 through 3, part 2, 4 through, you know what I'm saying? Literally, sometimes the apostles did it first.
Yeah.
Period. We just don't continue that vibration. Yeah. The way we were taught, we teach. No more, we don't add, we don't take away. Right? The same thing and exactly how and what we were taught is what we go out to. Period. Right?
Right? Yeah.
I gotta keep something back.
Galatians 1:9. As we said before, so say I now again. If any man preach any other gospel unto you than that ye have received, let him be accursed.
Yeah. You have preached anything other than this truth, this gospel. That's why we said earlier, it says what in Matthew 24. This gospel shall be preached to the full wind.
The gospel is broken down into three sections. Right? Hear ye, Yahweh, right? Whoa.
America been destroyed.
And last but not least, last but not least, you're taking that motherfucking church. Those are the three principles in which this group is built on right now. Those are going to Revelation 14th chapter. Those are the three miracles that the angels spewed out that distinguish the virgins from the rest. Who the virgins? Go to 2 Corinthians 11:2. It's spiritually speaking about those who haven't what? Went a-whoring with the rest of these nations. And they're gods and different things of that nature, right? Okay, we've been loyal servants. We've been loyal bridesmaids since the beginning. Yeah, husbands and wives get in arguments. You know, in the old world, sometimes you had to bet your wife up 2 times. But still in all, you discipline us, she got her mind right. That's the relationship we had with the Heavenly Father before we just went and straight up committed adultery. So now you're getting that treatment. You're getting treated like a slave. Go ahead.
Right. Psalm 73:27. For lo, they that are far from thee shall perish. Thou hast destroyed all them that go a-whoring from thee.
Right. And talking about the third, right? That's the reason why you're going to be destroyed, because you are joined hand in hand with the enemy. All right? The Lord has made it very clear that the nation called white are the nation of Israel. And that is the nation in which you so-called Israelites desire the most. So who got to die in a situation like this? If the Lord is the jealous power, right, and he married it to these people and ordered these people to serve him and him alone, after telling them he's the jealous power, after telling them that this is your arch enemy right here, right? And then you people go Turn your back on him and go get in bed with this motherfucker, man. Not only that, worship him. Make a god out of him. They had a nigga in front of when we first opened up. I don't know if it's better to him or not. But when we first opened up, niggas was up there about 30 minutes before we started. And after we started, about 30 more, about an hour. You know what I'm saying? I just figuring out straight Christianity bullshit. Nigga got the singing, nigga got the speaking in that bullshit, quote unquote tongue. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't even acknowledge the guy because at the end of the day, it was going to be a waste of fucking time. Somebody who that fucked up and foregone into Christianity, bro, it's safe enough to say you wasted your goddamn time. You see a nigga out there saying, shalom, blah, 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 in year 2021, you wasted your fucking time. That guy completely detached from reality. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Jeremiah chapter 3, verse 8. And it says, oh, the same way you had us? Oh, that's crazy. It says, and I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery.
Back to adultery right now. Okay? So all you brothers out there, you know, who've been cheated on before, guess what? You don't like that feeling, do you? But guess what? That's how the Lord has been feeling since Israel, since Adam. The Lord been feeling like that since Adam. The Lord been feeling like his bride cheated on him since Adam was. Like people say, all that evil that's been put in Adam, look how much evil it is brought forth in the day. And the evil is consisting of Israel going whoring. That's the only evil the nation of Israel can do towards the Most High. It's to go whoring. To break the Lord's commandments, you're going whoring because it's an outside entity, an outside influence that's causing you to question what the Lord say do. Is that not the case with Adam and Eve? Was it not an outside influence that infiltrated and got Adam out of his position? No? Go ahead, bro.
Backsliding Israel committed adultery. I had put her away.
Hey, put her ass away. Get out.
Get up. And put her away goes to what? The scripture says he had cast Israel out of his sight. They took your ass out of the land, man. Okay. Go on, man. Get on out of here, man.
Destroyed them. If you discontinue from your heritage, you don't know where you're going, where you come from. You're nothing. You're dead. You don't know your power. You're nothing. Powerless. You don't have a voice. You don't have that kind of structure to supply your people. You know, we got to depend on Edomites, so-called white people. You know, to speak for us at the UN. You know, we know this bastard don't like us, man. So what the fuck you think he at the UNC talking about you Negroes? Oh, they don't need nothing. They'll be all right. Leave them niggas in there. But you get somebody in the UNC, one of us in there, we go. This is our concern right here. Yeah. These group of people is catching hell, man. We need to do something to figure out for these people. But we don't have that. Right? But guess who else I'm supposed to put it the whole County. Right here. This is our secret. This is go back to the word testimony. This is going to be a testimony, right? That's going to be testified before the world. That testimony don't tell us to foundation. That's all. The opposite of it.
It say put their ass down.
Then it say be ye, and when you in a country with them, it say be ye as pilgrims. So that's the Lord telling you not to even get comfortable and complacent in this bit, right? So even amongst them, the Lord gives you a certain way to live, right?
Hey, I want to back up, yeah. Psalms 26:4. I have not sat with vain persons, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked.
But the Lord's not going to be. He's not going to compensate. He's not going to compromise. Look, what 2/3 of your ass is going to be destroyed.
Right.
Now, it's not going to happen when the America gets destroyed because guess what? The full number of 2/3 of this world is not in America. You got wicked ass niggas in Nigeria, wicked ass niggas in South
Yeah, that Babylon.
They gonna still have Nigerian. They gonna be saying the white. They gonna put the scripture saying they gonna well. Them the motherfuckers that's testing the system.
I get you motherfucking Nigerians. They ain't no different than talking
It's over here.
Hold us up. No. Them Nigerians are fucking Americanized, man.
What you want to say?
Nigerians are Americanized.
Oh, big time. That's the most Nigeria and South Africa are the most. That's basically America and Africa. But you go to Nigeria, you basically in a ghetto. That's like the ghetto of Africa with a lot of money that they want to sell out Uncle Tom niggas in that motherfucker. But that's all the Nigerians are. That's our people. Don't get it twisted. That's our people. The Igbos, the Yorubas, the Fulani Hausa, those Israelites. But they fucked up. Okay? So the same thing the brother brought out earlier, guess what? That's gonna be upon your head as well. The Lord don't make no exceptions. I just said the Lord don't compromise, man. Okay? He's not making a deal with you. You got to go at the Lord's turn. Period. He don't move at nobody's turn. Okay? The reason we got a mediator is the mediator be like, Lord, don't kill him. Lord, I'm gonna convince him to go to agree to your terms. We'll go down there and give him an opportunity, give him a way to agree to your terms and get it right. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord will destroy your ass, man. Finish it off.
Oh no, I was he went
Revelation 18:9.
Go ahead. I'm
And
just saying.
the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her.
Yeah. And guess what? Nigeria is living deliciously. We got wicked ass Nigerians that are millionaires. Billionaires.
The richest so-called black man in the world is in Nigeria. Alike, something like that.
Right, bro. He's Fulani. Ain't no fucking Fulani. Now this dude.
He got one in Ghana. The nigga Floyd Mayweather.
A lot of them be either the prime minister. Oh yeah, you talking about
We looked him up a while ago, Elder.
so did
Damn, I can't think his name.
The boy pressed his ass off. I'm talking about straight pedigree. Long boots. Polo, you know they be riding their polo hunt. From Coming to America. Yeah. Like how he was dressing. That's how that boy dressed in real life, right? Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you who else got a lot of motherfucking money that y'all don't know about. Akon. Akon is well, that dude building the whole fucking city over there in Ghana.
Man of God.
Green City. What his name is? There you go. Charles and Fofo, worth 1.46 billion. Guess who put Charles and Fofo where he at? The so-called white man. So when America is destroyed, you think he gonna be rejoicing? Come on.
I bring out the
But guess what? When America's destroyed, that nigga gonna still be living. He gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? But he still wants to be living. You gotta get his justice. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna cry and everybody connected to him gonna cry.
The majority of the world outside of America is going to cry. The only ones not going to cry are Arabs that hate this shit. And a Russian. You know?
on our 2/3 counterparts, like the elder made a big point. He said, man, all of the 2/3 are not located in the naked enemy, man. It's predominantly Judah in the naked enemy, but you got Judah everywhere. You got
more Judites in Brazil, in America. You got more Judites in South America than you do in America, man. The Lord just put the chief Judite in America. Yeah. Beginning with the apostles, he put the governors of Israel in America. That's why we in the neck. Go ahead.
Look, I don't know, matter of fact, I don't know if we have bills. All right, I'm gonna break it down right quick. Amos 9-10. And like the others say, all of them, they're not gonna perish over here, but it's gonna come a time where they're gonna be rounded up and they're gonna be gathered up and they're gonna be tested by Yahweh Shem Shah. So this is what's gonna ultimately happen to the ones that not in America. Amos 9-10. And Amos was an Israelite. All the sinners of my people. So when he's saying my people, that's a possessive noun. So he's saying all the Israelites sinners. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So you're not going to escape just because you're not over here in the naked enemy, man. Matter of fact, it might have been better for you over here because the Lord himself is going to bring your ass and going to have you put to death, man. Luke, what's that? Luke 19. Yeah.
Bring him before
I get that scripture. That's Luke 19 and 27.
Because guess what? How the Lord going to do that if everybody going to get hit by missiles? Who the Lord talking about? Bring him before me and slay him utterly. If all the 2/3 don't get killed by missiles. Answer that question. We can answer it, but we ask them, they say, you so-called Christians or whatever, you so-called believers,
Simeon over on that island, wicked as fuck. He don't like nobody dark him.
And Simeon not going to get destroyed with America. The Lord will preserve those islands.
Yes.
Simeon got a complex skin color, man.
They don't fuck with the Levites. Yeah. And they on the same island.
He don't fuck with Ishmael.
Hey, that's why when Americans we make it, we're gonna be on that carrier, we're gonna fly to Brazil. Okay, this place will go.
We're gonna get our wives over there. Come on, man. I see them big spaceships to see. Okay, y'all, it's judgment time. Line them up. And the Lord gonna use us to line all you wicked ass motherfuckers up.
You know how you just
They gonna get hit by missiles.
how you just said we gonna come down in that spaceship. You remember at the end of the first Predator when he got killed that one, and then them things they appeared out of nowhere. That was like at the end of the that was the one with Danny Glover on it. With Danny Glover, yeah.
That was with Danny Glover. That was Predator 2. That's Predator 2. Oh, that's Predator 2. Danny Glover was on.
Yeah, with Danny Glover when they appeared.
After he killed the alien,
he had the gun. That's how we gonna appear to motherfucking glorious, man.
And the key that he brought that out, Predators are a warrior tribe. They're a warrior race of people. Yeah? They value fight. They go into a planet and they draw out the most skilled warrior in whatever part of the planet that they choose. And a part of their pack is they send an alien to the earth. He track out the greatest warriors out, and they fight. And when and they will show you that they got the right spot. They're just species because they play it fair with you. And they go with it. If they win, they elders appear to them, and then they get a certain status. They go to another planet on to the next, and that's how the predators live off of conquering different species on different planets through the act of war or through the act of contact. Okay, so you seen Arnold Schwarzenegger, the reason he was chosen because he was the greatest soldier out of that batch. All right, but he was a soldier. When you go to Predator 2, they chose who? Danny Glover, because he was the greatest cop out of that batch. And so on and so forth.
It's the right brain at the beginning of
the I'm saying the Predator, they'll kill everything around you and preserve you. I want to fight you. I want to fight you straight up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna disappear and slice your throat.
And when they don't, they don't put nothing to fix. Like
they wasn't Edomites.
They
wasn't Edomites.
Yeah, you remember on that one when they was under the ground in that pyramid? That old man was trying to fight him. He didn't have a weapon. That's AVP. Yeah, there you go. He didn't do that to the old man. As soon as the old man picked up a weapon, Predator laid around there, put him down. Right? Esau not gonna play like that. Esau say he won't even regard the ancient of us, man. So he'll see a 70-year-old, he'll go kick him in the head and punch on him like he's a 15-year-old.
And I'm gonna say
and back on what you said, that was what I was saying about how we gonna have that spiritual power in that day, man. And bring him forth. Oh my God, bro. Hey, bring him before and slay him on that movie Predator, like we said earlier. You seen the Predator doing what? He was literally taking the skull and the spine out of the inhabitants of the earth and pulling it out of their body and holding it up and glorifying it, man. How much more how much more in the kingdom we doing that, man? Bring him before and slay him, so you can do anything before him. I just want his spirit. Okay? We're playing more to add on that. Got it, all right.
Precept 18.
Okay. This is Revelation 18 and
We're gonna have end it 'cause I'm at 10%. We got enough.
Revelation 9 and 8, 18 and 9 from the middle shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
So why would someone cry and be sad? Sad when America, you be sad because all that's gonna get destroyed. God, they're all alone. But hey, we're not gonna be well because guess what? You got Russia, you got Italy, Germany, Spain, Iceland, Bulgaria. Y'all name them, all them different. I'm talking about non-GMO Edomite. Non-GMO Edomite.
Luxembourg, God.
I'm talking about pedigree Edomite. We don't need this nasty ass American Edomite, bro. All y'all motherfucking asses to get destroyed, man. We gonna go to Europe. That's why it says in Zechariah 4, and I'm Zechariah 4, you gotta get it. But it just says that Judah shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of the heathen shall be what? Gathered round about. Spoil, booty, everything that comes with it. That's called the spoils of war. What's the spoils of war? What is the main pedigree of the spoils of war? Woman. That's what the owners over there fighting, taking them, they find their motivation is we gotta win this war because if we win, we get all that motherfucking women. After they won the war, the women was begging the men to come in and you know what I'm saying? Well, man, women don't have integrity. They don't have that type of world like that. So when they see you just wiped out, man, they gonna instantaneously be loyal to your ass. Instinctively, oh my Lord, I will do whatever you say. Just put the rod in me right now. Put the rod and staff in here. I'll take it however you want to give it. Just please don't kill me. No.
God, real.
Go ahead.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment.
Right. It says standing afar off. Why are you going to have fear for torment? Because you're going to have guilt. Why are you going to have that guilt? Because you have partaken in her sins. You have been drunken with her wine as well. You're going to have that guilt because you're going to look at America being destroyed, and in the back of your mind, you're going to be like, oh, shit. He saved the same fucking people that we've been persecuting too. So those motherfuckers probably coming to get us. They're probably on their way on the up. Okay? Go ahead.
Saying, the last, the great city Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour the judgment comes.
They're going to be like, God, you know our news beat? Man, big ass place is destroyed in 1 hour. And goddamn, bro, y'all seen that? Oh, did y'all see how the spaceship beam the fucking deep from black people and Mexicans out there? It was just blacks and Mexicans though.
Kinda. Yeah.
You know? Yeah. They gonna see all of this shit and it's gonna come to Moabite's mind that came over here and told you niggas hurry up and buy. They gonna be like, them the niggas that's getting saved. Oh shit. Oh, he in trouble. Right. The fucking Israelites. They're gonna see it on TV. They're gonna get nervous.
Yeah. How much?
You know, you have all you people that got a problem with the nation of Israel, man. You gonna get nervous. Break the fuck up. You know, the reason you gonna get nervous is because you have to take it in a wickedness. You out here getting fucking with us. You benefiting off this wild wickedness. All y'all got y'all foot on our motherfucking neck. Hey, when you look at the East Indians, they cornerstone. Israelites don't go to Edomites don't go to their stores. Moabites don't go to their stores. Other Elamites don't go to those stores. Only the people on this side go to the store. And that's all of them, man. They sell you shit they don't eat. They sell you shit they don't drink. How about a pig? More a pig.
They don't use
for fried chicken better than Negro.
I was just gonna say that. I went that was said.
But one of the best spots in Baton Rouge for fried chicken is ran by Bullfight. They sold it.
No.
That's the point, though.
They gave them the recipe for the.
That's the point. That's backing this point up even more. The fact that they are what? That's the exploitation. You know, you use a person with their talent, with their natural ability, and you prosper off of capitalize. You capitalize, capitalize. You know, yeah, we the best cookers, but y'all, I mean, just like we were going to the computers. You stole that recipe from an Israelite, and you get the praise and the glory from that shit. You get paid for that shit. You don't never hear about a Jake. You always hear about Bill Gates. Macintosh dude.
Yeah.
That's IBM though. Well, that's it. That's Macintosh. I think Apple and Macintosh are the same people. If I'm not doing, we ate his baby, man. I'm on the Macintosh computers, man. All right. Bill Gates did Windows. Yeah, he did Windows. Microsoft Windows. But I want to Steve Jobs is Apple. They gotta be Steve Jobs. Macintosh.
I got a I had one. Well, I got a pre-sale how they.
He just bought out the Bill Weller. Okay.
Okay. This is about how those corner stores do us, man. Luke 16:20, and there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at the gate full of sores, and Lazarus. Okay, I'll make it speak. Lazarus represents us over here in the condition that we're in right now. Yashrala, man. We at the bottom of the barrel. All these other nations, they come and they get rich off of us. And our sores represent our vulnerability, all right? And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. We just want to make it. The rich man is the so-called white man right here, right now. We're desiring to be fed. We go to work 9 to 5, we get paid pennies, all right? In the midst of that happening, guess what? And the dogs came and licked his sores, the dogs of the other nations, and they licked our sores by exposing our vulnerability, man. There you go. Yeah. They exploit us, man.
They capitalize off our vulnerability, like the brother say. A sore is somebody that's injured, okay, or sick, wounded. Okay, we down. We're falling. We're just learning. Say the whole head is fucking what? Sick. You don't think the other nations know that? When you go to Psalm the 83rd chapter, that is what? They have made a crafty council. And they are confederate. When we went down, 11 chapter. Yep, running like a slow bird. We'll be going to talk about the critics. So they let you know they know what they're doing.
All right. So with that, on the face of the east, according to Dan 6:10, Ezekiel 8:16, give all infinite honor and glory and praise to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, Hashem, Yahweh.
Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, ruling T12, peace and blessings, salutation to these lake men who push the truth. Above, Kwam Yashala, Shalom, Akiyah.